Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and today we're covering the Marquis Event for a brand new character, the Sith Marauder. This character is coming in a Marquis Event called Shadow of Malachor 1, which is kind of interesting because it leads to the question, what's Shadow of Malachor 2? Is there another Sith character coming with this series of events coming maybe in anticipation of the new Sith raid? But speculation aside, we'll get there in due time. For now, what we're going to do is play through the Marquis Event, earn the Sith Marauder, see how their abilities work, and earn some mods as well, and maybe get some nice speed secondaries. So we're jumping into Tier 1 of the event. We can see the possible rewards, 25 shards, mod, and some XP, and it looks like no character requirements. You can use your entire roster, which is kind of the standard for these Marquis events. So we'll go with we'll go with the Sith lineup, why not? That was already queued up. We'll put that back in. Palpatine lead, just got his rework. It'll make a little bit interesting there. We'll go with Thrawn, just because he's so good. And then we'll put in Nihilus. And for our fifth, let's go with Darth Maul. Not the best character, not the most geared for me, but we'll keep the Sith theme there, just with Grand Admiral Thrawn helping out. So typically the way these work is each of the battles introduces one of the abilities of the new character. They kind of give you a little tip, a little hint on how to use the ability, and then you fight through a battle. And usually they're very easy, and then there's a bonus tier, which may or may not reward shards. It kind of depends on how the ability is set up for different characters. They allow you to get different amounts of shards in these Marquis events, and usually there's some bonus reward. Maybe it could be a Zeta, maybe it'll just be more mods, so we'll see what happens. So in this first battle, we can see Strength through Passion, deal damage, and inflict offense down. And so a simple ability, I think that's the biggest thing we've seen from the kit of this character, is that it's very straightforward, which hopefully will lead to good defensive use of this unit when it gets to it. And of course this is very easy, we'll just auto this, there's no need to tactically think about the battle here. If you've got any kind of appreciable lineup, you should be able to get through these. I think they're tuned for pretty low level players. Usually I think level 20 or 40 can get through the first one. It'll probably be out in the main screen. So we'll burn through this and see how it goes here. Final encounter is going to be Mace Windu and a bunch of Jedi helping him out. And of course our lineup is just going to melt through this, so we'll leave it on auto and get through here very quickly. And so in the second one, I'm guessing they'll show us the one special ability that the Marauder gets. It's actually a really cool animation. It's a double lightsaber throw. That seems to be where this character's kit is focused. That's supposed to be. It was advertised as a very high level, a high damage ability, but we'll get there in one moment. Okay, so we get our shards, and we're of course looking for a speed secondary on this mod, and we don't have one, so no worries there, but that's probably not one that's going to affect our important characters. So we'll go into the second wave now, and let's see, does it say a required level? It does not have a recommended level for these. Okay, so we'll go into Tier 2, and we'll stick with the same team. Shouldn't be a problem. So once again, 3 waves, and the first special ability, the second attack for this character, Victory Through Power, deals damage and grants allies Potency Up. Potency Up is an interesting buff for Empire and Sith. They do throw out some debuffs, so there could be some use there. Certainly not the most powerful buff you can give, but not useless in these teams, I don't think. And we can see here the ability deals physical damage, grants all allies Potency Up for 2 turns, and if the attack scores a critical hit, reduce the target's max health by 15% until the end of the encounter. And that's for characters. Against raid bosses, it ignores armor. So a pretty good ability if you've got GK and you hit him twice, losing 30% of his max health. Not bad. So we'll give it a shot here. And wow, that was so fast, I didn't even see the damage. I think we'll slow down when we get the next chance to use that ability. We'll see if we can get what the damage numbers on it are. This is the provided character, so I think it's level 85. I don't know. It looks like it's gear 11, not gear 12. But well-geared, powerful character in this form. And we're just going to wait. Let's see. We can speed up with some turn meter. And it looks like the special ability is on a 2-turn cooldown. We'll do a basic here. And we can see that was an 8,000 basic for this character. I don't know if there's any behind-the-scenes number manipulation going on, or if this is a straight, unmodded, vanilla gear 11 character at 7 stars. But 8K on a basic, not bad for that. And for the final wave, this time we have Plo Koon and some Sentinels and some additional support characters. So we'll leave Plo up. I think we'll try to use the special on him when it comes up. We'll let Darth Nihilus just do a basic. And same for Vader. Okay, here we go. So we'll slow it down again, and we'll see what kind of damage we can get here. 10,000, no crit, so nothing crazy there, but you can kind of see how this character works, and we'll just speed up and auto the rest of the battle here. And for our rewards, 10 shards this time, and another mod, this time, once again, no speed secondary, so not an important mod to level up at this point. Now we're going to roll into Tier 3, and let's see, it does not show the bonus rewards yet, so we'll have to finish Tier 3 first. Once again, same characters should get through this. This isn't a difficult fight at this point. Bringing any kind of competent lineup, if you're at level 85, if you're playing in the arena, you're going to have a team that's able to get you through this. And as I was leveling up, if I was level 70, 75 and had a couple of strong characters, one strong arena team, I was still able to complete these events when they were coming out, the last tier, to get the maximum number of shards. So if you're grinding up, if you're working towards level 85, give these things your best shot, try them a couple times, and it really helps. You can get 10 or 15 or 25 shards on that last node, depending on what they give you, and that's going to save you a lot of time when the character actually goes into rotation. If they get put on a hard node, 15, 25 shards can be 15, 25 days of grinding, so get them however you can if it's at all possible with your lineup. So the Force shall set me free grants Sith Marauder buffs based on the total number of buffs and debuffs active in battle. So we will not gain any benefit from that at the start of the battle. There's no buffs or debuffs out there. And here we can see. So Marauder has plus 10 defense, health steal, tenacity for each buff on all characters. That includes your own characters on his team as well as the enemy characters. Sith Marauder then gets plus 2% critical chance, offense, and potency for each debuff, again on all characters in the battle. When an enemy uses an ability outside of their turn, Sith Marauder gains 20% turn meter. So, decent damage, stacks up health steal, defense, potency, and can go quickly if the other team is getting a lot of assists. So, there's some unique kit here. Again, I've seen some footage from the Game Changers, and they don't seem overly impressed yet. The damage doesn't quite seem high enough, but there may be more characters coming, working in Darth Nihilus, Sith Assassin, Sith Trooper, Sith Marauder, and whatever this other character may be. That could be what completes the circuit and really brings this team into viability. So we'll see, but as for right now, we're just going to blast through this on auto. Once again, 8,000 on a crit there on the basic, and that's not impressive. Those aren't wowing numbers. Again, if that's completely naked with no mods, again, not bad, but not what you want to be seeing on a crit from an attacker that's main benefit is supposed to be really high damage. I think we were seeing 25,000 crits, maybe 30,000 at the max on the special in some of the footage provided by the Game Changers that had this character maxed out to gear 12. So again, characters like Wampa, which aren't easy to get at this point, but neither is Sith Marauder, certainly going to be free to play here at the start to get to gear 7, to get to 7 stars, which you need to get to gear 12. So there are other options out there, also pay to play right now, and that will do more damage. So this might not be the most impressive character at this point. We'll have to see if they assist it with some team creation later on. So 15 shards for the last battle there. And once again, we strike out on the mods. A little disappointing, but we did get 3 free mods, apparently due to some miswording in how the event rewards were given out. Alright, so we're going to try out the bonus tier now, and we'll see. Once again, it's open to all units, and the rewards. So there's 3 mods shown, but I think that's the misconception. It's not that you'll get those 3 mods, it's that it can be any one of those 3 mods. And no shards. So no shards, no omegas or zetas, just some very low-level gear. And basically, this is a chance for one more free 5-dot mod. So we'll go in here with the same team. We'll play this one through quickly, but just at 2x speed whenever the Marauder comes up, so maybe we can see a couple of more damage numbers on what this character can do in a team that's set up this way. So we don't want to burn the special yet. We want to see some big numbers here. We'll try to get some debuffs on the enemy team before we pop that special. And we'll let Vader throw out Force Crush. And we won't use Culling Blade because we want these debuffs to stack up and stick. Alright, that's pretty decent. There's nothing on our team, so this is half of what you could expect in a normal arena battle, because the enemy would be putting on stuff on your own team. So we'll slow it down here, and we'll go for a big hit. And a 7,000 crit. So, yeah, not impressive. Again, this isn't the character at its best, but you want to be seeing more than a 7k crit from your big attackers. Alright, so I think we don't need to see any more of that. We'll just auto the rest of this and get through here quickly, and we'll check out the last mod that we get as our reward. I'm excited for this team. I currently run the Titans team right now, and I want to put together some content in Arena showing how I run that team, how I have it modded, and how I fight the matchups that I'm facing in my shard. I bounce between about 75 and 35 in terms of my payouts, and I think if I optimize a bit more, I could push into the top 20. But I have a lot to learn still in terms of putting the order for my team together and figuring out the abilities and the strategy. So what I'm going to do is explain what I'm doing in those battles, but also be looking for feedback. There's some experts out there that really run these teams for a long time, know all the nuance, so it'll be an opportunity to give some feedback and some critique and hopefully improve my play, but also improve the play of anybody who watches this series. So keep an eye out for that. If you have certain teams you want to see or certain matchups, feel free to let me know. Again, I am limited to my lineup, and I don't have a stacked roster. I am a free-to-play player at this point, but I have Titans and I have some good Rebels. I do have a fairly decent Sith team, and Anakin here was doing a little bit of work, but it's not going to be enough to take out any of our characters. So keep an eye out for that in the future. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave a comment in this video below. And there we go. We finished off the final wave. Oh, this is the final wave here. Okay, let's take it off auto. And we do have a Kenobi. We have Barriss. I don't know if this is going to be a Zeta Barriss, but let's not take this line down until we get it under control here. I think that'll put Nihilus's Annihilate ability up. And we'll get a shock on Barriss. So this is a fast team. They get a heal. I do have that. Most of these characters are unmodded, except for Thrawn. Thrawn is modded. He is on my arena team. But the rest of them have mediocre at best in terms of their mods. Alright, Kenobi's back up. We're looking for our Annihilate ability. Unfortunately, we have to waste these next couple of attacks on Kenobi. There we go. Annihilate's up. Kenobi's down. And that should just about wrap things up here. Okay, I think we're safe to auto. We'll give them some direction on taking out the weaker characters first. And we'll burn through this very quickly now. So again, overall impressions, not great so far for the Sith Marauder. I think we just need another piece of the puzzle to see how this character is meant to work. Maybe in whatever the new raid is going to be, the abilities are tuned to work well there. So, you know, just because it doesn't seem like this character fits in yet, doesn't mean that they won't. So, probably not one you need to chase in terms of maxing out right away very quickly. But you certainly want to get all the free shards that you can, and getting some extra mods for completing the bonus tier never hurts. So we strike out 0 for 4 in terms of speed secondaries, no worries. As I said again, I did get lucky today, and it actually wasn't from a reward, it was from the mod shop, that crit damage triangle with a speed secondary that upgraded to 11 speed. So a good day for mods. Don't feel too sorry for me in terms of striking out for this one. Still a good day in terms of the mod turnout for me. So that completes the Marquis event, the introduction of the Sith Marauder. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You found it useful. If you're playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, go get that character. If you're not, you get to see how new characters are introduced here. Another opportunity here where I'm trying out the face cam, trying to increase the production values of the channel, improve the quality of the videos a little bit. So hopefully you're seeing my face this time. I know it didn't work out in the last video. Still working some bugs out, a lot of technical stuff that I need to learn and figure out, and I'm going through the process. It's fun. It's challenging, it's frustrating, but I think I'm making some progress. So hopefully that's all going to work out. Feel free to leave a like for this video. I really do appreciate the feedback, positive, negative. Let me know what you think. But either way, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.